Hello and welcome to the 2021 Legend of Zelda Randomizer Tournament. This is the semifinals, our first semifinal between chessjerk and jkoper. I'm your commentator Algernon here with Kairos, and we've made it. Welcome to the money matches.
Yeah, these two are excellent runners, as is everyone who has participated in this Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament for SGLIVE 2021. So we're about to fire this off using the SGLIVE 2021 flag set. For those of you who have not watched very many of these, we are starting with a second quest mix overworld, and we are featuring the overworld block is required in at least one dungeon or the white sword location. It has a no heart shuffle and enemy sets ±2 for scanning.
And we will be taking all 8 Triforce pieces in order to make our way to Ganon's lair. But there is a lot of rando between there and here, and we are just moments away from kicking off the semifinals. All 4 of our runners still in play, guaranteed to walk out here with a paycheck, and we are off.
And we're starting up in the northwest, below the West South Death Mountain. Be able to check out that Armo screen right away. But first, we have a candle and arrow shop very nearby.
Yeah, that'll definitely be good to have in mind for later if you need to buy wood arrows, if you need to buy bait. That blue ring is probably not getting bought.
It happens occasionally in these seeds. It is a very low money seed because of the second quest overworld mix, and I've seen some really low large secrets which have, but still people will still sometimes buy a ring.
Yeah, that's very true. I know a couple runners where if they are running, then that's pretty obvious that either A, the money will be terrible, or B, it will be a problem that money cannot solve.
Because even because of the lack of heart shuffle, the runners are not going to dig the dungeons quite as much if they know where that Triforce is, so they're not going to get those heart containers as much, which could put them at a very low heart count. It's not uncommon to see them finish at 6 hearts, and we found the wood sword already for jkoper.
A very good wood sword pickup, and chessjerk taking an unfortunate early death. That is going to set him back a little. Still a little bit of traveling to do between the cave he died at and that wood sword cave, but Koper, to a slight early lead, is going to take this opportunity to refill his heart.
Yeah, it's not a terrible number of screens, but still, you don't want to have to retrack all those screens that you just screen scrolled past.
Koper trying to get a bomb on the 1 count on those red tektites, does not get it, so he'll be searching elsewhere for his first pack of explosives. Tries on 3, nothing there. Gets a fairy on what I believe is 4 on his global. Blue gets a 6, no help. Any roads, however, that could be a help. We see one here at the beach.
So find our first any roads. We're going to the coast. Back near start.
Got one up here next to Spectacle Rock and some tektites, or Octorots, my mistake, to try and get a bomb drop here. chessjerk has his wood sword. There's a bomb drop for Koper.
And a second one, which is going to be very valuable if he wants to continue exploring here on Death Mountain.
chessjerk has found level 3. Entrance up top, an immediate ladder block to the north, but there may be a bit more to explore here. Let's see if this gets us anywhere. Maybe.
Got the wood sword already, so it's able to do some exploration.
A little late on that Kanana key. He may actually go back and try that again, and I don't blame him. That would be a very neat trick to pull off this early in the run. That clock's not going to help him, though.
Actually, he got lined up.
Yeah, very nicely done.
And he's able to save the keyless door opening, and some land molas going crazy.
Yep.
But he's got a door to go back into.
Haywire land molas, but
Power bracelet on the coast.
yeah, that's definitely could be required. Let's see what's in here. Just some money.
So as we mentioned before, we have some overworld blocks of dungeons that will be at least one of them, and that is including the raft, the ladder, the power bracelet, and the recorder.
Yes, at least one item will be gated by one of those overworld items, but everything will be gated by this bow that chessjerk's found in level 3.
And what a valuable find in level 3. The bow, having this early, you know that you're going to find some money. Eventually you'll buy some arrows if you don't find the silvers first.
And 78 rupees, a very cheap bomb upgrade, still a bit out of chessjerk's price range, though.
Yeah, very often bombs or keys or both are sometimes an issue, and we find level 1 for jkoper.
We also have confirmation that it's a near max medium secret of 37. Maybe there is some credence to that blue ring being in play with medium secrets that high. They can be anywhere from 25 to 40. But chessjerk got himself locked out of that tea room. So he's going to have to come across as we see a very interesting ink blot for level 1. This time keeping the sword beams and getting a little luckier with the positioning. He'll be able to get through as jkoper just flailing at some Gibdos here, and chessjerk has found the good side, well, somewhat good side of the horizontal shoot room. That is a whole lot of bunnies to try and deal with on just wood sword for jkoper, but it looks like he's gonna give it a try anyway. Having the bow would definitely make this a lot easier. And speaking of bows, chessjerk is probably done with level 3. He's got his item, he's got his Triforce, he's gone. Oh, what a pickup there for jkoper getting that clock.
Yeah, Pole's voice can be very dangerous there as they randomly bounce around, and with only 3 hearts, you can easily take a death, but with a clock, he'll make short work of these.
Could not see if there was an item drop there or anything. He may have picked something up and we didn't notice it. And I believe that's just the normal, that may be the bait block, and if so, it's useless.
I think that was the bait block, which is useless in this case.
Yep. And we can also see that these red Tektites are more than 1 HP because they are teleporting on the first contact with that sword.
We got level 5, 1 west of Vanilla Start.
And also chat confirming that the Armos item that jkoper has in his possession is the Raft. That is an item that could be required, and it's the silver arrows in level 1, but jkoper's got to find a way around that lake.
This is looking good. He's got a door going down, maybe a bomb. Nope, it's a shutter door, which
Just
means he has access to it.
He has access to it, he just has to kill these Lionels to get it. I mean, it is jkoper, he's definitely got the skills to do it, and those bombs with those clumped up Lionels will definitely help.
chessjerk taking a death in level 5, but
Yeah,
jkoper...
the Fastland Molas, and jkoper has his silvers. Will be cooking with gas now once he finds that bow in level 3. What a pickup! chessjerk going against the animals again, keeping them at bay. And this time he's got them. And what is his reward? Hopefully something worth it? No, just transport.
Yep, there's going to be a transport in level 5. You're always going to find that first, it seems.
Meanwhile, Coper not done with the bosses in level 1, deciding he's going to take on this 3-headed Gliok. chessjerk finds an Aquamentus and a route to the Triforce, but he's ladder blocked out for now. And 4 hearts, 3-headed Gliok, wood sword, no protection, no nothing. Coper's just like, yeah, let me just take a minute to clear this out. This is a testament to the skill of these runners that have made it this far.
Yeah, I mean, even the best runners can have issues with a Gliok sometimes, but jkoper says, I got this.
And got this, he does. He's also found a room with red bubbles, but that doesn't push. So that's not his staircase. Is this it with all these keys? I think he's pretty much full cleared the dungeon. More or less. And chessjerk is ladder blocked out of the Triforce in 5 unless he can find a way around. And I think the way around is also ladder blocked. And you can see it on his face. He does not like that.
Alright, jkoper spending some keys in level 1. We got a reverse C here. Well, this is a Triforce room.
Yeah, he picked up the compass, so he knew this was here, but he's going to check if it's a staircase.
And it
is. What the item is here. We know it can't be the bow to go with the silver rose, but it's the red ring! What a find. Not that he needed it, but he's never going to turn that down.
Who put my level 9 items in level 1?
That's actually a good point. It is both vanilla level 9 items right there, and Coper on the board in a big way. So it's going to be very interesting to see how routes diverge here. Coper immediately looks like going to cash in that raft. chessjerk's in the same general area. If he finds level 1, finds those items, and finds the Armos, then this could be very close very quickly. And we have a door or a dock fee, it looks like, at that first raft spot.
Those docking fees. But yeah, it looks like level 1 was at the Armos that's very nearby chessjerk right now, so he may be getting there very shortly.
And we have a small secret of 11. Not great, but certainly not terrible. Coper, I don't think has any desire to take any of that, except maybe the candle later on if he can't find any of the take-any's. But that's going to be a while for him to really think about that, I think.
chessjerk's probably weighing on his mind about, hey, do I want to buy that candle because I don't like giving up my hearts, or am I going to save up and get some wooden arrows? Although with level 1 being right here.
Yeah, the worst thing chessjerk could have found in that interim would have been a large secret to prompt him to go to buy the wood arrows with silvers right here. He's going to up A for a quick heal. This
it would be a
Casino Row.
It would be a little bit of time save because of the Pole's voices in this dungeon.
It would be a small time save, but I don't think it's going to be worth it, especially runners at this caliber. He's going to see this level 1, and he's going to know that Coper's not going to be taking it slow, and I don't really think chessjerk has any time to afford to take it slow either. But chessjerk does have his raft for when he decides to check that obstacle, but we are going to be pretty even going into this as Coper is now exploring the area around the top of the mountain.
Chessjerk also takes a death in level 1. Or, did Cooper take one? Oh.
I don't think
No, I think
so.
I'm confusing Chessjerk's death in level 5.
Yeah, I think that's right. And these Gibdos definitely did roll up on HP, so you do have to be fairly careful, but
But we got some bombs.
we got some bombs, and Chester is going to have plenty of keys to make his way through this. As we find level 4 of vanilla level 5. And I believe if he goes through this room, he's going to I think he's going to find his Triforce if he goes through this room. But you can see the insane amount of lag that he has to deal with all these. Oh! He tried to go for the clock, but got sniped right as he was going for it. That's got to hurt.
Which means he's going to have to restart that room.
We also had a segmented level 4 that leads to this recorder here.
Yeah, recorder is huge in this because it allows you to, just dive a Triforce, and then if I need something later, I can whistle back to it.
Also, the potential of needing to use that to open up a dungeon.
Oh wow, the bombing on those Darknets, they just went down so fast.
Yeah, that was clinical. Absolutely masterclass performance by Cooper. And that's why he's one of the greats. Not just this year, but he's been great in this tournament. He's been great in the last tournament we had in 2019. He's been great in the first tournament we had in 2016. The man is one of the all-timers, with good reason.
Just sure killing this room again. Probably wanting some more bombs.
Wanting some more bombs, but with those Vires not dying in a single hit, he can't get any. The red keys aren't going to drop him anything. Chessjerk very slowly, very methodically getting out of the room with the Lionels. He is probably going to get his red ring here. I can't imagine he's not going to at least check. So he'll get his red ring, he'll get his Triforce. The question is, does he redig? On one hand, it's level 1. There's no reason for him not to. On the other hand, he may think this isn't going to be any up A's? Oh, okay. With the extra defense, I think his thought process is, with the extra defense and a full health refill, because he's on 3 hearts, now he can get through this room. Because he knows that with the Triforce being this close to start, he can pick it up as soon as he's found the second item. That said, he's still on half a heart, so he's got to be careful.
Yeah, because those Lionel swords do 2 hearts normally, so they'll still do that half a heart with the red ring.
And amazing positioning to make sure that he was always on their right side, never in doubt, never in danger of taking a hit from them, as Cooper finds a Patra here in level 4.
Just rewarded with a key for his effort.
Take a key for coming in. And again, like those Lionels, these Pulse Twice, I believe, also do 2 full hearts per normal hit, so the red ring definitely going to help his defensive efforts getting through this room, assuming he doesn't get the clock drop that Cooper did. Speaking of jkoper, there's his second Triforce out of level 4, and he's got the item as well. We can also confirm that that was not the bait block in level 1, but Coper's found level 7 here at the waterfall.
And chessjerk's clearing out this Tektite room. He's going to see those silvers.
He's gonna see those silvers. Hopefully he doesn't up A out of frustration. He's been rather quick to, but you can see the look on his face. He's like, really? Also an immediate Triforce out of 7 for Coper. Playing a little sabermetrics to not even thinking about going back in as we see blue Wizrobes on the overworld. That's good news and bad news.
With the red ring, it's overall good news, I'd say. Less chance of getting sniped.
Sure, the good news is you don't have to worry about Wizrobes denying the dungeons. The bad news, of course, being you have to deal with Wizrobes on the overworld.
And with those silver arrows, chessjerk is out of here, and he has a functioning bow.
Functioning bow, 93 arrows, and matching Coper in Triforces to a side. So this race has tightened up once again. Meanwhile, Coper continuing to mine out West Death Mountain, and there's our first take, Annie. He grabs his candle.
Yep, jkoper does not have the money to afford a blue candle if he were to find another shop, so
And chessjerk has just bought a candle, it looks like, at that shop right above level 1, and there's another take, Annie. Coper leaving it behind. Very interesting. Yes, I do believe CJ has the Triforce out of level 1. I heard him pick it up at least.
With Coper having five hearts right now, he's one shy of the potential max on the white sword item. He's got a red ring. He's saying, well, if I need to go back and get this heart to get that item, if I need it, sure.
And holy crap, we have big bucks here. Stop at 116 rupees and a spin. Money is not a problem, so that begs the question, what is?
We still don't know what that item block is going to be.
chessjerk sees the power bracelet on the coast. And he's probably going to pay his dock repair fee as he's going here. Looks like Coper's checking out East Death Mountain at this juncture.
Did jkoper retry out of his that one cave, and because he just bought a blue candle?
He may have. I don't remember him saving, but it would make sense to save a bit of his money. Chat confirming he did retry with 2 bombs and not a lot. I understand taking it, and he needs 6 hearts for that one. You can see the frustration, but on the other hand, he does know exactly where that is.
And that's exactly why he did that way, so he could go pick up that as a potion later. But no, I want that heart now because it's a wand.
Yeah, that's a guaranteed wand, and definitely going to be worth his time and worth going down to 0 bombs for. So both of our runners making their way up in the northern reaches of Hyrule. Have not seen a lot of digging around the southern part. Nothing in the Lost Woods. Then again, both our runners have just now gotten their candle. Coper has his wand.
So both runners, while on Wood Sword, do have much upgraded combat with the wand for jkoper and a bow and silver arrows for chessjerk.
Yeah, I would say that the recorder is still something of an advantage for Coper, but for how long is the question.
It depends on whether or not there's actually anything behind those recorder spots because it's going to take extra time to check all those.
That it is, and neither gravestone giving him any love, as Chester has found level 4. And if memory serves, this was fairly quick for Coper to get the recorder, get the Triforce, and get out. Speaking of, Coper is starting to check those recorder spots here in the Lost Woods, but nothing so far as he makes his way through, and he's going to start burning the place down.
And that burn bush he just rewarded with a love from the community with a message.
Yep.
Just community hints, meaning hints that do not have any impact on the game, but we enjoy them all the same.
What about the first quest? No, that will not have anything for him. It was just a potion shop. But still plenty of places in this part of Hyrule to check. Chester continuing to run through level 4 did not take that immediate transport, but Coper has found level 8. 2 items here to pick up potentially. So still important. We have the ladder that's out there somewhere. We have the book, which is our atlas, is out there somewhere. Um, we know where the power bracelet is. Just neither of our runners can get to it. So, really, in terms of items that could potentially be required. Oh, that's a shape.
That's definitely gonna encroach a little bit on the size of level 9.
Yes, it is. It's also going to encroach on jkoper dealing with that Patra. Speaking of Patras, Chester runs into one, but I don't think that one ends up being required.
Yeah, CJ took a different turn because definitely getting a little bit extra exploration here.
Here's that reverse C room that I believe was... No, that was the other dungeon.
Yeah, I think jkoper only went to the south and within a few rooms got the Triforce. More red bubbles to dodge for jkoper. There's a Triforce, so...
He's going to dig a little bit as we find... Well, there's our book. That will give Coper the rest of the maps to Hyrule, as well as some flames action on the wand. Still needs a couple compasses if he's really going to take advantage of the exploration ability.
Yeah, most all these runners really value an atlas. About the only time you won't ever pick it up is if you find it in level 9 and you got the map already. With some a few other exceptions, but for the most part that's about the only situation.
Chester continuing to dig. He will be rewarded for this dig with this recorder. It hasn't opened up anything yet, but I imagine it's probably the most likely source of progression. We can't now confirm that there is a dungeon held behind that because the White Sword Cave was out in the open.
jkoper with the White Sword item in hand feels free to take a potion.
Chester still going through this level 4. Has yet to find what he's looking for, and he may leave without this item. Oh,
So I believe,
there's the staircase that has the recorder. All right.
yeah, for traveling across the overworld, nice pickup. So far, has not paid out for blocks, but you never know when you'll find a dig dogger in 9.
And Cooper has found stage 3. Stage 3 also with a 2-room segment. Oh, good grief.
Yep, he runs into that ladder block that chessjerk saw earlier.
But he also has no keys. He could do the same Kinana key that chessjerk pulled off, but it's going to be a little bit harder. He is not going to complain at all about finding this bow, though, I don't think.
That puts a lot of weight off your mind when you know you got the silvers and the bow, meaning that the only required items you have are what's going to block you in and just blocking across the dungeons.
Yep, chessjerk has his recorder and Triforce out of 4. Cooper dealing with these land mows, very clean, but very easy to deal with on account of having that wand for long distance shots. Chester gonna pirouette his way into this level 7. I believe this was almost an immediate Triforce. Yep, very immediate Triforce, 1 room. So I would say that as soon as Cooper gets his Triforce, we will be all tied up.
Yep, the only difference is the wand and book.
Yeah, Cooper with a slight edge in knowing where level 8 is and having done a little digging there. But yeah, we are a ladder away from go mode because ladder leads to the power bracelet, and that's all our overworld movement. I mean, with runners of this caliber, you wouldn't think it'd be any other way, really?
I mean, it's the randomizer is going to do what the randomizer does, but these runners are going to do the best they can, and they do it so well.
Yep, chessjerk is most likely going to get his 2 heart containers up here and potentially the wands as well. Cooper's found level 5. That is a very goose-like level 5, if I may say so.
Yeah, chessjerk was here earlier, but I remember him taking a death here. Not sure what stopped him earlier.
I believe it was land molas, specifically these, or it may have been a ladder block. I think it was ladder blocked out of the Triforce. We have chessjerk with a retry here, saving some rupees, saving some bombs, keeping the information. Oh yeah, that Triforce is hard ladder blocked.
Yes, because I remember chessjerk did have the compass here.
Yep, and it's a in the center of a tea room. Cooper will be able to dig out the item, but unless it's the ladder, it's not going to really be that useful for him. chessjerk saving. He held up a card, but I didn't see what was on it.
Well, I'm sure that card said, "Gotta have heart."
Ah, fair enough.
chessjerk known for taking every heart he sees, unless he's in most circumstances, and he might even dig a little bit more than some for those hearts, and he likes to buy his candles instead of taking them.
Well, it's definitely going to serve him well when he comes across that wand. Cobra's
Even
found
with
the bomb upgrade and the +4 for 78 rupees. Not a bad deal. And with the red ring, and money fairly plentiful, I'm not sure what else he would really spend it on.
well, he's got a fairly low amount right now that could easily be wiped out with some door repairs and a couple shots at the bow. So that's
Yeah,
probably
I
his biggest
mean,
concern.
ammunition's really the only thing he would want to spend it on. But doing a nice job of dodging all of those red bubbles in that room.
Oh,
That one going to be a bit trickier, though. Again, though, with the wand, not as big a downside as it would normally be.
chessjerk picks up his wand.
Now it'll be interesting to see where he goes. I think this is level 8 where he's headed. Cooper dealing with these landmos.
I think level 8 is in the Deadwoods.
Okay, and Red Candle, the item here, in level 5.
Yep, red candle is still a valuable pickup to get because candle boosting across those red bubbles.
That is an aspect that I did not consider. That's very true. But Cooper about to go into this room and get the bad news. This Triforce is not going to be picked up quite yet. He knows that room. He knows that's not going to give him what he needs. So we have level 2 and level 6 that have not appeared yet, I believe.
Also 9.
Oh yeah, that's true. Level 9 is also still MIA, and we're very quickly going to be running out of real estate once Candle Row, my mistake, gets hit up. We also have confirmation that the Duck Hunt theme is our recorder music of choice, rather apt for level 5.
Yep, here's level 8.
Yep,
Just south of the ferry pond.
Yep, chessjerk is in here, and let's see how much he's able to dig out. Cooper found a book, but nothing else. I'm not sure how much digging he really did with it, though. Going to be interesting to see how much chessjerk decides to commit, and if he's able to come across a Triforce. Remember, I do not believe Cooper had a bow or silvers when he made this initial run. Chat indicating that level 8 is actually ladder blocked out of anything further than what Cooper explored, which is very interesting. The chessjerk. Go ahead.
I'm not sure if jkoper dug out this blue dark nut room.
I'm not sure. chessjerk with a very heads up technique. He has been red bubble cursed, and the blue dark nuts do not take damage from the wand, or at least not from the magic of the wand, but you can still bap him on the head with the stick for white sword damage.
Yeah, the physical part of the wand can defeat any enemy that the sword can defeat, with the exception of Ganon himself, unless you're playing swordless.
So chessjerk has his book,
They don't need
and
much fire now.
yep, he is also. He's gonna try and dig a bit more, but chat seems to think that this is pretty hard ladder blocked, and I've learned not to doubt chat too much.
Sometimes these runners can surprise you, but he tries that bomb wall, and yep, he'll be back later.
I'm sure he will. So we are missing 2, 6, and 9. We need the ladder. I don't think anyone has checked the west raft spot though.
jkoper was pretty close to it, so I'm be surprised if he hadn't. He's over at Candle Row.
Chat confirming that the west raft spot is one of the any roads. Koper is found level 9 under a burn bush.
So, looking at the items they've gotten already, it's looking like they're gonna have to dig 7 for that ladder.
It's looking like that's the most logical place. I know neither of them want to. It's going to be interesting who comes that realization first. It may be chessjerk here. He's tooting on that whistle, and that puts him right at 7. And yeah, he's not going in. He's going to do a little more digging.
If they don't find in these last few spots anywhere, I mean, the ladder's going to be hard required to do, because the power bracelet's ladder blocked.
Yeah, that's very true. There are still maybe some recorder places that could be missing.
I see a forgotten spot about to be checked. Or, nope. Yep. And it's money.
Yeah, unfortunately, forgetting it didn't hurt.
CJ with a lot of rupees right now.
Roper's found level 2, and this is a very small level 2. One item just sitting on the ground for the taking, and if it's the ladder, oh baby. chessjerk going back into level 5, ostensibly to dig out the item, and he is not probably going to be happy when he sees red candle.
Yep, and this is level 2 is a recorder block, so that is our minimum, but there may be more.
Yeah, at this point, if it's the ladder, then Koper is way ahead. If it's either boomerang, then this is just it almost has to feel like level 7. Or not, yeah, level 7 would be the answer. It's a magic boomerang. Koper has his Triforce here out of level 2, but still looking for level 8 or not level 8, level 6. Finds his big secret. So I think that confirms it would have to be white sword. It's white sword, ladder, wooden boomerang, and any key that are the items left in play. 2 of them have to be in level 9, one of them in level 7 or 6, and the other in there as well. chessjerk reminding himself that this Triforce is indeed ladder blocked. Oh yeah, Wed Wizwo pointing out the ladder heart is also in play. The second item at 8 is also. But yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Who makes that decision to go to 7? Koper blowing a number of times on this flute. Yeah, he may be making the play here. No, he's still going to be searching around. Or is he? Yeah, he's not going into 7 just yet. Leaning on those sabermetrics a little bit longer.
And with that recorder spot, I think jkoper's covered them all now. So he is going into 7.
That is a very linear start to 7. And those red bubbles immediately. That's not what you want to see. Right, those red bubbles guard the Triforce, if memory serves. And there's another heart container. And the main handler. And there's our bait block. And that blocks off 5 rooms in level 7. That is potentially a very relevant bait block. And shoot. We have found the vertical shoot room. Thankfully, there is a key door to get around it. But this could make things very interesting. This is a shutter door, so that won't have the item.
That's a rude key door right there.
chessjerk has found level 6 as the other recorder block dungeon, and it's just the ladder heart in level 7 here for Koper. So swing and a miss for jkoper. Level 6 looking to be where it's at, but we now know that the power bracelet is not required.
But it has
ladder
to be the ladder.
Yeah, right, because ladder is still required to get the Triforce out of 5.
And 8.
And 8, yes, you're right. So, jkoper taking a bit of time in the tank. Decides to save. Not sure what he was saving. Leave your life for keys. That's a very easy decision, especially when he gets a replacement heart right there. I believe chessjerk either has a potion or I know he got the letter, so he has that if nothing else.
He's gotten the letter for sure.
Koper going back into 8, wondering if there's anything he missed. Chat is very sure there is not. But this level 6 is definitely being a bit of a troll for chess. There's an Aquamentus, but that's not the item room. And the ladder's not going to be in there.
jkoper's racking his brain trying to find out, what did I miss?
Yeah, and that's got to be a horrible feeling, knowing about how long these races take. You're at the 15-minute mark, and you're missing such a critical item. You have to wonder, did chessjerk find it? Is he in a really bad shape? he's not in that bad if he recovers, but if chessjerk manages to make a clean pick through this 6, he could very well be.
The reverse C does not push. And a very healthy key count at 9 keys.
Koper going back over old ground, either mismarked something that preventing him from finding level 6, or he's just does not track with the overworld, which is what the chat seems to be mentioning. This could be very bad, and there is our ladder. So go mode for chessjerk at 50:05.
Yep, as we deduce, the ladder had to be here because we've seen everything else that was not ladder blocked.
And you can see Koper just in the tank. He knows 5 and 8 are ladder blocked, so the ladder has to be in 6. He's mined out everything else, and the immediate Triforce after the ladder, impossible to not get it. So chessjerk, I say, would probably have a commanding lead at this point.
I think he just needs to find level 2. Because he's methodically going through these recorder spots and just hasn't made it over to the one next to First Quest 8.
Meanwhile, Koper, I mean, you can see it on his face. He looks a bit confused. Version 2, the white sword item is the wand. It did require 6 hearts. chessjerk's also found level 9. That was the last piece of the puzzle that he could have been missing.
Yeah, CJ in the right area for level 2. Just needs to work that direction.
Yeah, both of our runners only need to find one dungeon. The problem is Koper has apparently lost track of the ground he's covered and needs to work his way out to figure out which whistle spot he hasn't blown yet.
It's possible he just thought he had whistled it when he was going through the desert.
It is entirely possible, yeah.
Unnecessary power bracelet obtained. Because we just found level 2.
Alright, and this is a very small level 2, and chessjerk knows that he's Triforce and Go. He does not need to seek out this item, and even if he were in the mood to, I don't think he'd pick it up.
White sword. He'd pick that up. It's a floor item.
Yeah. Of course, we know it's just the magical boomerang. So, by process of elimination, we know that between the second item in 8 and the 2 items in 9 are white sword, any key, and wooden boomerang.
At 12 keys, even that any key might not be a going back to 12.
Yeah, 13 keys, so chessjerk is probably thinking, oh yeah, any key's gotta be in here. Because you always find the any key when you have, like, double-digit keys. chessjerk just needs to get the Triforce out of 5, and then dig the Triforce out of 8. It is worth noting that more or less immediately after this game 1, we will have game 2 of this match. If, assuming chessjerk holds on to his lead, then he will need one of the next 2 in order to lock up his place in the finals. But jkoper very easily could equalize and send us to a decider. I believe that will be played, tomorrow. And all this gearing up for grand finals Saturday night for Speed Games Live 2021.
chessjerk doing the ladder clip to go get this Triforce.
It's
Not necessary, but quicker.
Frame perfect trick, but with these guys, frame perfect tricks just take like 1, maybe 2, 3 tries. So now all chessjerk has to do is run to 8, dig out the Triforce, and then he will be able to get into level 9. Meanwhile, jkoper continuing to cover old ground. It's really unfortunate here that Chad pointing out he whistled 2 of the 3 spots, and wow, an immediate Triforce in level 8.
Cross
chessjerk
the
is
moat,
gone.
cross the
Yeah.
river room, and immediate pickup. That
Right
is
there. So he will be headed to level 9 in very short order. A very slim outside chance of sub-houring. I wouldn't count on it, but around an hour is about the time that you expect for seeds like this. jkoper has to feel that he's behind, even though he can't see it right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of times you can feel that you're behind, but when you are just lost like this,
When it's clear that you've missed a location mentally, yeah. So in level 9, there are 3 things we're going to be paying attention to. The first is the Roar of Ganon. Ganon spent all of his money on monsters and nowhere near enough on insulation for the walls. So if the pig is 1 room away, you will be able to hear him. The second thing we're looking for is a single shutter door that does not open, even after you kill all of the enemies in the room. Like that one, if it had stayed shut. That is your indication that Zelda's there. And oh shoot, we have found a second vertical shoot room.
Now that was a bubble room. So
that was a blue bubble room.
So while that shutter door opened up, which would have been if Ganon was defeated already, would not be an indication that was Zelda or not. But since
this one
open,
could be. It does open. But the third thing is the compass that we'll be looking for if we happen to come across it. We also have 3 old men, which have one of 4 completely useless sayings because we do not have any helpful hints in the pool right now. chessjerk, by the way, just up to 16 keys, as one does.
And if while looking for transports, you find one of the items, it might be picked up, depending on which one it is.
jkoper realizing that he has figured out where level 6 is, but he may be in a bit too much of a bind. He is going to find his ladder en route to this Triforce. I believe it's ladder right here? No, this is the transport. But I remember ladder was like right before the Triforce, so he still may be in good shape there. Oh, well, he gets a bit Y-force, but he knows that the ladder has to be here, so this will be a pretty quick dig. Leave your life or keys, another mugger room for chessjerk. He's going to pay the 4 keys. he does have more than enough. But chessjerk with a very methodical dig through this level 9. Um, I wonder, do you think you're ahead if you're in chessjerk's shoes with all the early deaths, with all the rigmarole you had to do to find level 6?
I think you think it's just like you're in it, but not comfortable at all. Because your opponent's an excellent runner as well, and could just do a little bit better routing than you. So I think he's not feeling horrible, but he's not feeling ahead.
That's probably a good way to put it. I mean, you can see in the race time your opponent hasn't hit the dot done, so you know that you still have a chance. You just don't know how that chance is necessarily going to go, because you could still hit jackpot at any time. They could still hit jackpot at any time.
So, kidnap Guards of Compass today? What do you think?
Definitely could be possible. Haven't seen much of the compass. chessjerk is not inclined to use his key there, which is kind of interesting. Going to machine gun these keys and see if there's more transports. I mean, I guess it rules out transports for later, especially if he has a tracker program. chessjerk does take a bubble hit, another bubble hit. I think he may have a potion already, though.
Yeah, Jack confirmed earlier he does.
Alright. So that will be something he can use if he finds the pig. Cobra getting completely stymied by this level 6. Oh, we have a shutter. That did not open. There's Zelda. So the pig has one hide and seek, but we still have to find a way to kill him. But never mind. There he is, right next door. It's going to be 15 hits with this wooden sword, and he's got a potion in reserve. This should be the game for chessjerk.
Yeah, Chess says Zelda's next door, but there is no door, so have to go around.
And he's got that stun lock. He's got him deep in there. That should be all she wrote. I mean, that is just textbook Ganon killing there. Well done by chessjerk.
Yep. Ganon is defeated. Triforce power obtained.
Interesting that he's going up, since he saw the shutter door from the other direction.
That was
but
in a
turns
shoot
out...
room.
Oh, it wasn't a shoot room. Either way, get your GGs in chat for chessjerk, who is finished with an official race GG time of 1:02.52.
And jkoper is going to be probably throwing in the towel right now. Yep. He has a forfeit in because, well, it was a...
They have another race to do after this. So
Exactly.
I do not believe we are going to be doing any interviews at this time. I believe they're just going to take a couple minutes and get in with it. But congratulations to chessjerk taking game 1, one win away from grand finals. It's been a heck of a race, heck of a tournament, and we're gonna have another one coming at you in just a few minutes.
All right, so let's we'll wrap this up. We're just gonna take a short break, and then we'll be coming right back.
Kairos, sorry, it's It's getting a little late. You've got someone in your bag of tricks you can call on, right?
Oh, we got somebody else already lined up. I'll be joined by Fury SK.
All right. That will do it for me. Thank you to everyone in the Zelda 1 Randomizer community. Thank you to everyone for SpeedGaming who's made this stream possible. Shout out to the OPT crew, hashtag OtterStrong. For everyone here behind the scenes, my co-commentator Kairos, my name is Algernon, and we will be back in a bit with Game 2.
Don't forget our tracker, CD Improv. We'll see you in a few.
Hey, game 2 hype.
Always love game 2.
Yeah. Game 1 was quite a bit of fun. Really looked like it was in jkoper's favor for a little while, but just a little bit of a traveling the overworld snafu left him missing that one spot for just a little bit too long, and chessjerk, being the player he is, took advantage of it.
Yep. So, welcome back, Zelda 1 Randomizer fans. We have SpeedGaming Live 2021 Game 2 semifinals for jkoper versus chessjerk. I'm Kairos1, joined by Fury SK. We should be starting right now. As
Pretty much.
Timer had a little false start there.
Yeah, it's a hotkey issue. Anytime you're playing with or without a keyboard, it can happen. But looks like it's an interesting start.
jkoper hitting a few armor screens, a few armor statues on one of the non-required ones.
Shouldn't see too much route divergence early, I don't think. I think they'll both do both armor screens here with a screen wrap.
35 on the mid. Good money so far. Much as there can be. Which two of them is not quite enough to buy that blue candle at 71.
Yeah, perhaps a small secret will make up the difference for them. Just hope they don't hit any door repairs.
This is actually really close to the start screen on the game 1. And very quick wood sword find.
Yep, it doesn't look like either one of these games actually trolled them too much with the wood sword location. Feels like both runners had the wood sword early in game 1 as well.
Yeah, the wood sword was just a couple screens down from here. Or one screen down. And one left. Yep. chessjerk taking the save after getting 2 medium secrets. He knows he only needs 1 more rupee. Think he's gonna buy that candle?
I think that's a play. He was looking to see if the lever would give him the 5 drop or even the single rupee, but hey, level 9 right off the bat too. So, won't be too hard to get to level 9 with an up and A even. Just have to go down a handful of screens after doing the wrap over to the Death Armo screen.
The chessjerk buys that blue candle, depletes his rupee inventory, where jkoper is slowly losing some of his rupees to door repairs. chessjerk finds the any roads. Get a level 1. We get forest underneath the desert.
That's like the worst of the worst spots to get in any road with, just because it spawns you on the long, narrow path, and your staircase happens to spawn the other side, but he gets to check the Armo screens over here, so all in all, will work out for him.
Level 5. Down for jkoper.
Small enough to contemplate digging, but may also decide to venture over towards the Armos. Kind of runner's choice, as we find 93 is the only large secret we're going to get.
And with that blue candle purchase, chessjerk takes a heart container.
Find out if we get another raft underneath the Armos, or if it's going to be something else this time. It's definitely going to be the same Armos screen, though.
Max price arrows at 100, and we have a power bracelet under the Armos. Unlocks a couple more locations than that raft.
Yep, he gets sent back to start thanks to the Lionel beams, but maybe he'll get to check some of these Armos screens over here. Could block a level, could block a white sword item.
We got Wizrobes in the dungeons today. They are not dropping bombs for jkoper in that room, though.
Now, I said that the one screen was like the worst any road screen to spawn, but
That was the other worst one.
yeah, I guess the game was out to prove me wrong with that. I think at some point here, jkoper is going to get fed up with his level 5 of the bomb droppers. It's kind of unlucky what's happening right now. We've all been there, though.
How would you rate raft spots being on the any road locations?
Well, I mean, you can still take your any road back out, so it's just a kind of mediocre to useless spot until you get the raft. So, I don't know. It's not as bad.
I mean, you get one of them's off the table already.
So, what was this, the 4th or 5th time jkoper's had to go back in here? I think number 5, maybe?
Yeah, no red ring, 3 hearts. It's kind of painful. Those bombs might help a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like that was probably at least 14 or 15 different bomb chances that had gone by, and you only got 1 bomb pack out of them all, so it's not very lucky, but this screen is not the funnest to go into next for jkoper.
Yokio Taco Bell for the moblin there. See if that is a bait block that is needed. No, it didn't have a door, I don't think.
Interestingly enough, jkoper has kind of farmed his way back up into a situation where he can buy a candle if he so desires.
Block pickup makes this nasty room easy. Triforce right below, so maybe with this item we can get hell out of dodge. Magical Nanner.
You know, whether you're a fan of either boomerang or not, at this early stage and with Lionels on the overworld and having Gree in the dungeons, I'm not sure that I would have noped either banana if I came across them in my first dungeon.
I would pick it up, that's for sure.
Fortunately for jkoper, I think chessjerk only really found level 3 and couldn't make a ton of progress right off the bat in there, so hasn't lost too much time. In fact, hasn't really lost any time, just went into a dungeon and got an item that he didn't want to pick up. So that's what I meant.
Yeah, back on the boomerang topic, I mean, there's definitely some runners that they just refuse to pick up a boomerang unless it's the very first thing they get.
And jkoper's going to opt into a candle, take any one, as opposed to going back to purchase this candle. I think it's just because he's so far away and doesn't want to have to go back. He'd rather just keep clearing and get extra spots out of it here. But yeah, I feel like it's a 25 or 30 minute rule with the boomerang. If you have the boomerang as like one of your first 2 or 3 dungeons worth of items that you can pick up, or if you have no ranged weapon at all, it's definitely a good get, but after that, it's pretty much gotta pass it. Yeah, looks like chessjerk's pretty much blocked out of this. Tried to bomb around, but couldn't. Looks like chessjerk routed around this level 2 and, well, maybe just couldn't get into it all the same. To answer the question, chat, you can, with the ladder, wrap around into that screen and open something on the right side, should it be a key door or a bomb wall.
Another
Obviously.
required possible overworld block item on the coast. That being the recorder this time. This greatly influences the need to get that ladder.
Yeah, certainly always would like to have a ladder. Just makes you feel more comfortable, I guess, when you dig your dungeons. Always kind of feels iffy trying to make it through the entire seed without one. But looks like jkoper is going to opt into a key purchase, given that he's been key blocked a couple of locations. Especially this level 2, I think. chessjerk has the money to buy a key even still, so we'll see if he makes the same decision to get into level 2 or if he opts to try and find a different dungeon to dig and maybe stumble across some keys there.
chessjerk buys the blue potion, Pepsi Night Tonight, 27 and 80 are the prices.
Bit of an interesting call here for jkoper. Is going to farm the rupee boss because of this situation, or is he going to try and make it through? You can make it, he's just got to get these BMOs to cooperate. There he goes.
Very nicely done.
We have a rather linear start to this level 2, so actually was not fully required yet to Nanaki this to get through here. And looks like CJ's gonna go all the way up to the red potion just by buying 2 of them. It's cheaper. Lose.
How about that level 2 shape? Kind of looks like one of those, grapple guns.
I had one of those little cloth toys that you can kind of close as a kid. This little chomp down, so it does kind of look like that.
Dark Nuts with a random Lionel thrown in. Doesn't chessjerk.
It's going to cause him to, I guess, go up the Death Mountain path, see if he can't find something up there. So, we'll see if this death is costly or beneficial. If he decides to go that way at all.
better of it.
Yeah, it looks like well, we had another opportunity to Kananaki. I'm not sure if jkoper was thinking about it, but it may not matter in the end.
Alright, Manhandla did not roll up today. But only one bomb left, but nails it.
Yeah, he didn't get the like multi-hit combo on the manhandle. It hit him clean, unfortunately, so no bomb drop, and we'll have to hope that the bombs don't become costly in this dungeon. Doesn't look like bombs are going to be too necessary, though. A lot of open doors on the side, and the red candle happens to be the white sword item, and without a ranged weapon, chessjerk is going to pick it up. He had to have a blue candle to pick it up anyways, though, as it was under the burn bush in the dead woods.
It's kind of like Goma blocking the silver arrows, but not as severe. jkoper looking at. No, he has a key, so he couldn't get in. He had keys. There's a heart. 2. Could there be another?
I think he would be annoyed, but he wouldn't pass it up. He's just hoping it's in this room so he doesn't have to burn a key. We have, what, 2 rooms left? Just kind of the one that was key blocked there. He's going to go in from the top and save the key. And then the other one is fully key blocked. It's kind of in the middle upper.
With bombs, he might be able to save that one key.
This is a rough part about playing back-to-back games. You get a little bit frustrated at kind of passing on a single room and having it be the one room that has the item in this case, but he's a good enough player where I think once he gets going and gets into another dungeon, he'll kind of erase that from his memory bank and just keep on motoring.
Ooh. But that death's got to frustrate a little bit more. chessjerk returning to 3.
Yep. The only spot that you can actually go in this 3 is right here and up, so bait is required. And so is ladder, potentially.
How rude.
He tried to bomb up in both he tried to pirouette the door and bomb in the next room over to the left, so pay the bait, but not the ladder.
Yeah, right there is when you really wish you had the book for the Atlas, because that's 2 bombs you probably didn't need to waste.
Well, I mean, there is a situation where there can be some funkiness as far as staircases getting removed for push block staircases, but it's usually going to not be the top wall. It's usually going to be your left wall won't open specifically, so he was just kind of hoping, I guess, since he was there with the bombs, but chances of either one of those opening was very slim. And you got your wish with the double heart.
I was just speculating something that wasn't supposed to come to pass, but...
Well, at the end of the day, jkoper doesn't know what the white sword item is, so for all he knows, this heart container could be the heart he needs for the white sword item. It could be super useful, so it's not the worst thing in the world to go from 3 to 5. jkoper's going to stumble into this level 3 that's really blocked up. We'll see if he makes the same double dip or if he just comes back way later with the bait. Suppose in reality the only thing jkoper is currently down is just overworld exploration. That's all I think that chessjerk has really gotten on him, other than just knowing that's bait and lighter blocked in level 3.
chessjerk being the second runner, finding level 9. And I think that's all 4 take 1 caves for chessjerk.
Yeah, I wasn't paying too close attention, but you could be right on that. Now jkoper is guaranteed his red candle when he stumbles across the cave. I'm certain he will pick it up, unless he finds bow or wand or something ranged before then.
jkoper actually burned the second quest 7, so he's going to get trolled the one time on the any roads.
jkoper's going to clear this burn bush as well, just in case the Lionels kind of beat him up at this other spot. And he could just up A out here, as I think he's checked every other spot he can over here for the most part. Looks like chessjerk's going to stumble across the same level 5 that jkoper found himself in right off the bat. So after all of this, in the first 20 minutes or so, the only thing that's really going to be too different between the runners is a red candle.
jkoper at 6 hearts, goes for the potion.
jkoper's pathing is going to lead him to 2 less hearts, overall at least. And chessjerk, if he digs out level 2, will actually make a kind of rare case for a magical sword being in play. Doesn't usually happen on this flag set, but if anyone were to gather enough hearts, it probably would be chessjerk at this point. And remember, jkoper did get a clock in this room, so it was a little bit easier for him to finish it off. CJ's gonna have to be careful with that Wall Master and then the Swizz Robe. Have to hope not to get red bubbled while he's trying to fight it. It's not going to be the reward he really wants to see, and he's not going to pick it up. So, if he dies to Lionel's in the overworld, we get to have a little bit of fun at his expense later.
He almost made it to the 25-minute mark before he found it, though.
Yep, and he does have the red candle, which is repeatable offense, just not a stun item, so... We'll see how it goes.
Level 8 in the Lost Hills push block.
Yep, it's a fairly large dungeon, but at this point it's a dungeon underneath a block, so I think that increases the interest in digging it out to see what it has, just because you are maybe hopeful that your opponent didn't route this in super early. Also, the item density isn't bad. You get 2 items in here, even though the room count is likely to be quite high. He's trying to pick the direction the bubble won't go, so he can get the bull's voice down.
Lead Docker with a single block to open the shutter door, potentially. But the quarter's on the... Actually, we don't. Yes, it's on the coast.
Yeah, we found a bomb wall just by pirouetting with the shutter door there, so there may be a direction to go this way, or maybe there's a bomb wall somewhere around here. Fortunately, we're out of bombs, so unless we can pirouette this entry door down, we're looking elsewhere.
chessjerk has joined the jkoper in level 8.
jkoper will now be leaving this level 8 because he has no bombs, and it's one of those dungeons where maybe you want to actually find the book before you go into it, just because it's kind of an annoying thing to look around in without one. A little surprised given jkoper's rupee count that he's not thinking a little bit about buying the wood arrows or a key again, just because he's only at 1.
And his preferred purchase would probably be a bomb upgrade, but you never know when you're going to find one of those.
Yeah, I'm sure right now he would like the bomb upgrade, but depends kind of on what that's priced at too.
Those arrows did roll up to the max price.
Yeah, there's no guarantee your silvers aren't blocked behind them in some way, shape, or form, or your access to the silvers eventually. And you'll never be getting that map without a ladder, so I think that's the end of this dungeon for chessjerk after a pirouette to see what's down below. He has 1 bomb too, so he could make some sort of decision here to bomb. I would think south is probably the most logical bomb to go ahead and fire off. It looks like he's going to hold on to it and maybe get a count going at some point and get more bombs. unlike jkoper, chessjerk does not have the rupees to even make a decision there. It's made for him.
Without a ladder in that area, one door repair says, I'm done with this area for now. I'll save my money. jkoper getting his bait.
Yeah, he pretty much knew that the bait was required, and that's kind of another annoying death to take right on the fringe of that door. Sure, he felt like he could get in there in time, but Lionel said no.
chessjerk using that clock, killing Armos. He sets his counter. Did jkoper lose track of something? Because I don't see him needing to be here.
Well, he wouldn't be here, but he's sitting at 0 bombs, and I guess he figures this is the easiest way to get them. Fortunately, this room did not pay off for him last time on the bomb farming aspect. Yeah, I suspect it's just bombs. Although you could, in theory, go down a little bit further and just see if you can luck into a couple of keys. That would also be something that 2, 4, and 5, as far as levels go, are known for.
Yeah, one of the earlier trips, jkoper did get one bomb pack off these Wizrows, but once again, they are very dry right now.
He has no way of knowing it, but his opponent is basically stuck in the same situation. Trying to farm bombs, fighting things that drop bombs, things not dropping bombs.
Yeah, chessjerk gets a bomb pack off the blue Lionels.
Yep. I think, given the screen that chessjerk was trying to farm, I'm a little bit surprised he didn't save and then retry his bomb count down to 0 so he could go for the 1 count. It's not as practical for jkoper with where he was trying to farm.
jkoper about to have a rude introduction to another ladder block beyond the bait.
I don't know that he's probably going to clear this room. I don't think he'll even waste a bomb, though. He'll probably figure that it's unlikely. Yeah, much like we looked at about 10 minutes ago when jkoper got done finding 2 hearts at level 2. We're still basically in the same exact spot. The only difference being one Triforce getting a little bit of the same health count, given that chessjerk has bought his candle and bought, I think, both blue potions to get his red.
Magical sword found on East Death Mountain. Still probably not going to see it tonight.
I'll never say never on this one. It just depends on how free some of the other heart containers are. Because chessjerk almost assuredly will get to level 2 and dig it, since it's such a small dungeon.
with no other reason to return to that portion of Death Mountain, it could be considered a bit of a time loss.
I'll say this: if he gets up to like 11 or 12 hearts and has no wand and no white sword,
Then,
I would
yeah.
put money on it. If he's got a white sword and or a wand and or a red ring or something that makes it less of an obstacle on the overworld and subsequently dungeons, then in that case, probably not going to go back.
We're 34 minutes in, and we're pretty light on dungeons. Only finding, I think, 5.
Yeah, I think there's got to be probably another one on West Death Mountain, just logically speaking, and then level 8 could, in theory, block something stealth, and you just got to find the magic bomb wall to get progression in there.
$11 is the bomb shop price. They'll buy a pack of that.
Probably a little sad to see that the cheap bait was so cheap and up in Death Mountain, but what can you do? So if you're rooting for pain, you're rooting for another large dungeon up here, like a level 6 or 7. Because that becomes a dilemma of, do I dig 6 or 7, or do I dig 4 or 8?
Level 1, found east of Second Quest 9.
To answer the question, chat, chessjerk does have a little bit more overworld explored. jkoper, for example, is just now going to find the last of the Deadwood spots, has this red candle. And then chessjerk also has explored just about all of Death Mountain at this point.
Level 1 doing key blocking things to the south.
We're not completely key blocked out of here yet, at least, and there is a key on the floor, so as long as there's a bow on the floor, so kind of a backwards spread on this one.
And Compass says that door to the north has the Triforce.
Yep, he's going to explore these couple of rooms here, and then he's probably going to turn around, take the Triforce, and go south. But he's got to clear this room, hoping for a key or another heart container, so he can post his little sign up in his camera. There's the key, and he'll immediately turn around, Triforce, and then go south. jkoper is going to the only good bomb spot farming area that he knows of.
It has not been a good bomb spot.
Well, just because it's not lucky doesn't mean it's not a good bomb spot. What were we blocked up by? A boss up at the top of level 1?
Chat says Goma.
Nice. Wood arrow purchase. Could have been made, has not been made. We'll see if silvers are down here and he gets lucky.
A ladder.
Well, he won't say no, but I'm pretty sure he would have loved silvers there one time.
Yep. So he'll be back later. Only 4 rupees away from getting some wooden arrows.
Yeah, until he goes into this cave and it's a door repair. Or, never mind, not quite, but... You know, only one door repair away from being far away from it.
Yeah, it's, I believe it's a little bit hefty at 23 for the door repairs today.
And up and A out of that door repair. Nope.
Thank you. I'll keep my money, sir.
So we need exactly 0 rupees now. I was going to say 2, but we have 3 more than we need.
Which means we have enough rupees to fire that bow.
jkoper, I think, is looking for keys and bombs, both in level 5. Just trying to get some sort of drop to go in his favor so that he can start digging other places. Really needs bombs for Death Mountain.
chessjerk going immediately back to level 3, ladder in hand. He's going to go past that river room.
It makes sense. You got to get towards the recorder so that you can potentially get further in level 8. And this could also have your silvers, which would negate all your reasoning for buying wood arrows.
But it could be one of those seeds where wooden arrows is required, because if the silvers happen to be level 9, and that magical sword check is getting ever closer. Level 2 away from having a 40% chance.
jkoper does find a bomb pack. He did burn a key. I'm not really sure if he's going to stick around too much longer. No, just think Mugger Room is enough to make him bail.
chessjerk finds a transport stair level 3 for a segmented section, and there is the Triforce.
You know, it would be pretty funny if it was just a one-off segment with the Triforce. It's very possible that it was. So what is the decision here for chessjerk with Triforce at 3? Is he just gonna leave and hope that doesn't have something big?
Yeah, without a map, I mean, it seems really blocked off to bomb everywhere.
chessjerk does not have the Triforce in 1, but he does have the Triforce in 3. The Triforce in 1 was Goma blocked, and he still didn't have arrows for it.
jkoper finds the bomb shop.
Yeah, he's had enough of being stymied by his bomb being so low, so spending 22 rupees to just get filled up.
And he
So
is on Death Mountain.
Yeah. So he's about to find the same exact information that chessjerk found, which is that he needed to stumble upon an arrow shop with 100 plus rupees in his hand to clear out the dungeon in its entirety, but he will find both items because he has enough keys. chessjerk has gotten the Triforce at 2 and is going to go back in, so Mag's hype is still in play. And I do think if he happens to go back towards his starting screen at any point once he gets 11 with no white sword and with no wand, he will make the journey. You can make it's a lot more viable with the recorder in hand at this point, just because you use the recorder to get away from that area after checking.
Making it one bow for jkoper.
And again, this is why you don't really need to get too wound up about the rooms and having last location your item in 2, because the way 2 worked, and with that, without having a lot of keys, both runners looked like they were going to be skipping the top room where the second heart container was the entire time.
So Ghost Art in level 2, is there any way to tell which one was which?
Whichever one is soaking wet was probably on the coast. As you know, the waves are crashing up on that dock. I love it. Red candle hype there, just getting a little overzealous with the burning, and burninated himself.
And at 46 minutes, jkoper has his ladder.
What's funny is both runners are probably going to feel a little bit behind with that get, just because of the start screen kind of pushing you in the direction of Death Mountain on an early dive. But in reality, neither one was that far apart at finding it, so it's definitely not the reason why one or the other would be behind.
And a gratuitous number of deaths so far.
Yeah, this seat's just setting up to be a little bit more combat heavy, just because there's no early ring, no early wand. He doesn't want to use the key, but I think he just doesn't want to have to go back into that circle boat room for a little bit. It's going to get a refund of that key, so he's got enough to explore some more here. Problem is he's more than likely to up an A and go back to the 2 rooms he missed earlier, as opposed to the 1 room that actually has the second heart container. So we have another chance of a bit of divergence here with jkoper going to level 3. We may get to see the item as long as it wasn't a block of some sort. Of note, the red keys rolled up, so the boomerang would have been ineffective against them.
Chester's like, is it really the last room?
jkoper is going to get his Triforce out of level 3. We'll see what the decision is here.
Chester just nods, grins, gives the thumb up as a sign for that second heart container.
Alright, here comes the save. What's the call going to be?
Feeling 184 rupees, he's gonna buy some arrows.
I would buy arrows and I would make the mags check. Do both of the things, and it looks like he's walking. Also, shoutouts to that single room over there having the Triforce in the end. We weren't too misguided in our assumptions.
Hi, Goma.
Alright, we're gonna get lucky today?
No.
Now, what item did we skip in level 3?
Red
Oof.
ring.
Could be a big decision for at least a while here. I think chessjerk, if he's blocked out of places, will go back to 3 first, and then it won't be as bad, but it's at least going to be a handful of minutes that go by before he checks that. I think we're quickly running out of overworld checks too, so we should find a couple of these dungeons in quick succession here at the end. Level 8 dig, I don't disagree with this at all. You have the recorder to kind of get past the dig dogger that's in an unfortunate spot.
And these pull bonuses will go down instantly to the arrows with the bow that has just been activated.
Oh, right, the map first. Totally a smart play that I wasn't even thinking of. Both
Yeah,
runners
that,
now have wood.
Yep, we saw the map being burned earlier by, I believe, by chessjerk. And that's at the end of an area. Looks like, Rickemeyer.
I wonder if you could have bombed down and to the right. Maybe chessjerk is going to try that first, just to see if he could have gotten in here. As we find level 7, I think it was definitely at a recorder spot as I heard Proto Man playing.
And level 7 for jkoper. Well, if that's not a cactus, that's definitely some sort of plant.
This is not a great boss to find on 3 hearts and green, and I think he's just dead, actually. Ooh, he survives it somehow. I thought he was going to get clipped by the Patro. I don't like where he hit that Patrobe. He may have a permanent expando now. Yeah, he does. It's rough.
But he manages to clear those while jkoper finds Triforce at level 7. Patrick guards the staircase to someplace else.
On the bright side, no more staircases that aren't items in level 8. jkoper is making my play, where we both aren't thinking about the map that's free to get. Although I don't know that jkoper actually cleared that room that had the map in the end. Now that I'm thinking about it. I think just chessjerk did.
I mean, they were landmills in the middle of a moat, so if he definitely didn't have the red candle at the time, so it's unlikely he would be able to clear it. Oh, another Patra after that bomb wall. There's a shutter door to the left, which guards many rooms.
Once again, jkoper has completely run out of bombs. Kind of an unfortunate time for him, because he made the logical decision with his bomb to go south towards the center of the dungeon. It just didn't work out for him.
Meanwhile, chessjerk gets 7 bombs and a bomb pack on the floor. And the survey says on this item,
Womp womp.
all hail Lord Banana.
Even if that was the magic boomerang, you wouldn't want it in that situation. You're almost an hour in, you've only got 3 Triforces. It's like the last thing.
Chessjerk just spins the key and says, I'll come back later. I mean, it's not going to be anything. He's found the Triforce already.
Gotta clear this room looking for that heart container, too.
Another Patra.
Looks like jkoper has opted to go ahead and clean up level 1, which is a fair play. I think we may see a Triforce and 8 here shortly, though.
Indeed.
The thought process there is he's basically explored the entire southeast quadrant of this level 8. If he opts back in, it's because he has so few rooms left, but I think he might be going to look at other dungeons first, such as level 3, which is where he flew to. Nope, going somewhere else.
I think chessjerk had a bunch of rooms over in the southwest area of that level 8.
Yeah, but they're all piled together, and I think there's only, in the end, like 7 or 8 of them in that corner.
It was a patch regarding one of the shutter doors.
Alright, this is a dungeon that jkoper has already found and opted out of looking for the item. Because the Triforce was not too far in. I think it's just straight left all the way, or something like that.
It was the very far left room was the Triforce.
It's probably deduced that below him is an old man that's impeding his progress. So that makes this bomb wall and this path a lot more likely. There's only one transport in the whole dungeon, so you're likely to be given one of the paths.
And here's Triforce.
And we'll once again see what decision is made. Perfectly reasonable to bail on level 7 because it's so big and hope that level 9 ends up being where the silvers are, but it's also a really tough call to make when you have a 1-game-to-0 lead in the series. A lot of people like playing ahead with a 1-0 and just digging out everything pre-9 just to make sure that they don't get trolled by exploring level 9 and not finding the silvers that they need.
So it looks like our MI levels are now just level 4. And they have now been found.
That's what you get for trying to call both of them out. They both suddenly appear. To answer the question on level 9, it's at the river spot close to start. So basically 2 left of vanilla start. chessjerk is making this look pretty easy with the bubbles and the BMO statue shooting at him and having the Wizrobe dart around. I'm gonna spend a bomb before picking this up just to make sure it's a freebie. Gonna try and bomb around it, I think. And then he's gonna up A because he's not gonna get up that hard.
So it's going down to arrows.
I think this route change by chessjerk is smart just because he didn't run into the map right away in the other route, so there's a reasonable chance that the map was down here. And this room that he's going back into could be his staircase room as well, so that's why he's going back in.
And the Wizrobes go away after exit and re-entry.
We have a segment. I think that's a max Aquamentus as well. Like it was 8.
Definitely felt like it. jkoper finding the Triforce level 4. So continue to explore.
And there is the beautiful level 6 that we knew was segmented. And silvers.
Silver arrows level 4.
jkoper doesn't know fully yet that he's in go mode, but he is. I don't think chessjerk's really that far behind in terms of that knowledge, though. I mean, he's going to eventually find level 4 himself, and it's not too far away from the Triforce. And chessjerk's going to have a combat upgrade when he gets there. So one has defense, one has offense. So in reality, the only difference right now is trading 6 for 4, and CJ has to go back to level 1 and shoot Goma a couple times. Shaping up for a fun 9 race, Juice. Well, I suppose it's important to mention that jkoper has not gone to level 8 to pick his Triforce up, so we're basically even on Triforces.
6 Triforces apiece with that pickup of the level 6 Triforce for chessjerk. But jkoper is already here.
I have doubts that chessjerk's going to go back up for this magical sword check now that he's got white sword. So I think we're pretty much dead there now. Is 4 over in the dead woods somewhere? Is that what the spot
4's
was?
first quest 7.
Nice. So pretty much on the way there. You may route down into the dead end spot first, just because it's easier to progress from there north than it is the other way. I suspect chessjerk will have a small lead going into level 9, only because it may take jkoper a little bit to find the Triforce without some sort of map of level 8. But I don't think it will be a significant lead, I think it will just be a small one.
And even footing once again.
Well, sorta. I mean, Red Ring's still only in the hands of jkoper. But offensively, yes.
That's assuming that CJ does manage to dig out these silvers.
I would be somewhat surprised if he go voted it. And no chance now.
Quite the reaction from chessjerk on finding those silver arrows.
Well, he did a like head palm slash face palm there. I'm kind of wondering if he just was go voting and kind of forgot where he was as far as not having silvers yet.
And a compass pickup. He knows where to go. jkoper has a compass as well. But he's over that segment.
Yep, still just the $1,000,000 question. How long will it take jkoper to find the Triforce level 8? He's got about 2 minutes to get that Triforce out of level 8 if he wants to be on par with chessjerk going into 9.
chessjerk knows where level 1 is. Knows exactly what he has to do to get that Triforce to level 1. And chessjerk is going after Mags again.
Slight shock, but not entire shock, just because there wasn't a great way to get up there. The problem is when you check at 13, you're almost certainly looking at 14. Is the requirement.
Well, you checked at 11 last time, so... Oh, it is...
Easiest call in my life. It's not the first time tonight I've watched a seed go to 14. This time the old man did not get burned to a crisp. Yep, this map will help things for jkoper.
chessjerk getting another potion refill. And at 1 hour and 13 minutes, chessjerk has completed the Triforce and is eligible to go into level 9.
I think if this dungeon lets jkoper go straight south, that's the general direction of the Triforce. I'm not sure how easy it was to get to. See if we can't get the audio switched over here momentarily. We're trying to find the Roar of Ganon with silvers in hand.
Quite the expensive bomb upgrade at 120 rupees.
Yeah, it looks like we may already have a Roar, so may not be too far away from fighting Ganon. It's a question of how do you get there? Assuming it's underneath.
Well, we found Ganon's room, level 8.
Oh, you're gonna find Ganon's room on both sides, technically.
Don't see him too often in a river room like this.
Yeah, it can make the spawn pattern a little bit interesting, to say the least, but once you get the stun lock, it's not too bad. So you can only go 2 spots, and now we'll see if Zelda was 1 room away, or if she's gonna go play hide and seek. And meanwhile, jkoper is going to be on his way, so definitely not over, given that Ganon's location's pretty close to the start of the dungeon. You'll probably hear him just as quickly.
And one wrong turn could delay chessjerk. Give jkoper the chance to catch up and tie this up.
Good news is jkoper cannot check mags. He will not be able to get it, so there's no point in going that way. We'll waste the time on the 14 heart mags. Looks like we're really locked up here in this level 9 too, which is kind of traditional lately of these 9s. They don't want to let you go anywhere easily. So what, we got about a 3.5, 4 minute advantage for level 9 for chessjerk. Aw, you know, I heard the shutter, I didn't realize it closed behind chessjerk. I was really hoping it was going to open on the other side of that. It's like the worst feeling you can have as a runner.
So close yet so far away, right?
Yep. And jkoper will now hear the roar himself. He's going to try and bomb around, see if he can't get in there directly, and I think he'll go up through this key door and make the same realization that he's got to turn back around. Does jkoper have a potion, or is it just CJ with a potion?
No, jkoper had gotten a take 1 cave potion at one point.
That's right, it was really early on, I remember now. So basically, just that red ring difference. I thought maybe CJ would be lucky enough to have the potion advantage, but fight. A little bit of an interesting maneuver on jkoper. Perhaps he hasn't realized that path to Ganon is a little bit easier.
Four keys. That's probably enough.
And that's really fringe as to whether or not I'd pick that up.
And the book.
I would 100% pick this up.
And that's a 9. It's a chunky 9.
What we got, like 55 rooms? And thought better of it.
Realize, this is bigger than I thought it was. And Zelda's playing the role of hide-and-seek champion again today.
Looks like jkoper's going to go down the path to where the 2 items are, or not quite, I guess. Just going to go this direction first. I think he's going to make the same choices, probably. Yeah.
Comes down, you can see any key on the first entry.
I think by process of elimination, she kind of has to be up and either to the right here or the middle. Feels like the 4 corners are all done with.
Did jkoper take this transport stair that chessjerk's in?
Yeah, it was that little segment that CJ was kind of in before up here. I think he'll be sacrificing hearts now. Yeah, there's no point in holding on anymore. So is there anything to the left up here? I guess that's the only spot that I haven't seen up here. This is kind of territory that CJ has already been in, so this is not very helpful. Just gotta progress kind of south from here. Nope. Pretty sure we gotta get over to the west from this set of rooms. Maybe through this shutter door. CJ? Oh no, just west of here was actually the chute that jkoper is found. That's right. So will this bomb west? No. Game says no again. Looks like jkoper's now going to fight the pig. I think you passed on fighting the pig earlier. So once he gets this down, I think it's basically any runner's race to win. Just got to find the path.
Yeah, CJ's got some really good coverage now, but take the right staircase. Find the girl. Alright. Gonna go left this time. Up.
Oh, we're going to bomb left, it looks like. We had some people in chat calling for this bomb left. We'll see if it pays off.
Another. Oh!
Yep.
The door opens. And get your GGs out. Oh, no. It was a bubble room. Psyched out.
Psyched out, but not for long.
But not for long. So, chessjerk finishes in first place with an official race time GG of 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 8 seconds.
Looks like jkoper may have found kind of an interesting path. If he bomb left here, he may only finish a few seconds behind. Well, looks like we're segmented out of that little area, unfortunately. GG's chessjerk.
Welcome to the booth, chessjerk. GG.
Thank you very much. How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, doing quite well tonight.
Good to hear.
So let's talk about magical sword first.
Gotta have 14 hearts.
I worked so hard to get all those hearts just to be denied. I mean, how many just random hearts did I run into that there's no way I should have run into? And it was all for naught. Oh well. That's the way it goes.
And we saw a bit of a facepalm in 4 at the silvers. What happened there?
Well, no, it wasn't more of a. It wasn't a facepalm. It was a. I can't believe I didn't dig 3, 7, and 8 for other items and found silvers. That was more of a. I can't believe I did it again for the 3rd time in this tournament, digging the right dungeon and skipping other items, because normally that's not my forte, but for some reason it's been that way so far.
Yep.
So it was I can't believe I can get this lucky more than once. That's more like what it was.
Yeah, you unfortunately skipped the red ring in 3. That was not too far away from the Triforce tonight. Oh, actually it was, because it was in that one-off, that silly Triforce location.
Yeah,
So
I saw
yes,
the Triforce and I figured, well, I must be trapped here. I might as well just take the Triforce and come back later, and never did.
Hey guys.
Oh well.
I don't want to wait for this guy to finish. He's too slow.
GG, Coper.
GG. Yeah, like I said, this like was incredibly frustrating. The first race, I just missed one cave, and I'm guessing the race would have been really close had I not just screwed up. I know exactly why I missed it too, because I was thinking about going one way, and then I changed my mind and decided to go another way first, and lost my train of thought. Yeah, this race I just had like some horrible bomb luck at the start, and I'm guessing CJ probably did a lot of the same
I
stuff
did.
that I did.
I had a lot of bad bomb luck. I wanted to make sure the meat block in 3 was a thing, but I spent at least 3 minutes grinding blue Octoroks trying to get a bomb drop. It took forever to get a bomb drop to test all the walls.
I probably killed like 30 orange Wizards before I got a bomb.
Really? Jeez.
That was unbelievable how bad that luck was from those Wizards.
Yeah, there was a solid 3-minute span where we weren't watching anything but farming bombs on both screens. So it was a long, hard fight to get any bombs to drop for a good while. Although jkoper's first stint with bombs, I think, was a little bit earlier than CJ's, perhaps.
And then, I mean, it was so bad that later when I was out of bombs again, I dipped into 5, having already had the Triforce item, hoping that I would find a bomb upgrade. In the end, it's probably good that I didn't find the bomb upgrade, because the bomb upgrade was expensive, and arrows were also expensive, and I'm glad I bought arrows, even though they weren't necessary. But it was still nice to have arrows, just to take care of one and not worry about it, I guess.
I didn't even see a bomb upgrade.
Yeah, there was one that was in the offshoot of one of the levels.
8.
Level 8 on the left-hand side?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I never went over there.
Yeah, there was
There were
Keydor,
120.
bomb upgrade, Keydor, key.
Oh, it was 120? Jeez.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, I don't think I would have been able to afford that in a million years. Not for buying bait and wood arrows.
Yeah, I had like 30 rupees when I found it, so. Man, I still had a chance in the end. I don't know, what was the difference going into 9?
3.5-ish, maybe
So
4.
I was down 3.5 or 4.
It wasn't a very significant lead, that's for sure. It was. I mean, I think he had just defeated Pig as you were walking in.
Yeah. Yeah, I never contemplated going back to the left when I heard Ganon, and I thought it was a magic staircase to get to Ganon for a long time, until I kind of reached a dead end and went to the right, and I was like, oh, there's this door here. Or, I was thinking I should see if I can go down at the room northeast of start, and I was thinking this while I was off somewhere on the east side of the map, and then when I up and ate again, I saw that there was a shutter door there, so yeah, obviously I could go down, and then yeah, that was not the magic staircase, but there was a magic staircase to Zelda, pretty much. Although I think maybe you could get there from more than one way, kind of.
I hit a dead end in bomb walls, so I think that I have staircase number 3, which is 5 squares right from the start screen.
Yeah, but
that took you up to the northwest corner.
There was a staircase into that area, and then there was a staircase out of it as well, wasn't there? When I bombed to the east from there, didn't I eventually find another staircase?
Oh, was the rupee boss room along the top row? Was that a staircase too? I'm missing one staircase. I'm guessing that may have been another staircase.
I think
It was a rupee boss 2 to the right and 1 up from where Zelda was.
I think there was a little bit further of a route that you could take across the top road back towards the right. I think that there was one bomb wall that you may have missed that jkoper found that led into another staircase. But
Gotcha.
yeah, both ways I think were magical in the end. Just take a staircase in and out of that segment quite easily if you didn't find that one random bomb wall that happened to be kind of the only way up there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happened in the sea where it looked like both runners were getting frustrated. Like level 2, both of you were not happy to have full cleared all of the rooms, but logically, without the keys, nobody really wanted to explore that one room, so it's perfectly reasonable.
No, that is not what I was upset about. I was upset because there was an obvious Canana key there, and I just completely blew it. I completely forgot about it, and then I was like, if I had Canana keyed here, then I would have not spent all that time in this dungeon. So, would have saved a key and not spent that time there. So, yeah. I wasn't upset because I full cleared it. That's just luck. I was upset because I didn't. I wasn't aware of the Canana key.
I saw it too late, and
Yeah.
I had this pretty much a similar reaction after I cleared the like room that was the Triforce room at least 4 times after dying twice, going to the bottom right of the dungeon.
Yeah,
and
it was so
going
slow.
to the top left after that. And I thought, oh, I can't believe I cleared that dungeon. I cleared that room so many times.
The finals are on Saturday. I don't know
So-
there's confusion.
So with the conclusion of this race, we have chessjerk will be facing the winner of the F. Coughlin versus Truant Gamer match. That will be game 1 is tentatively tomorrow, and game 2 and 3 on Thursday, and then game 2 and potentially game 3 would be on Friday, and then the finals will be on Saturday.
Yep, there's no definitive time on the finals yet, or any of the other races for that matter, as far as I was aware, but I think they're trying to shoot for a Saturday evening finale.
Could be doable. I'll be around. But yeah, GG Coper. I really, I always enjoy facing you, and you're always a tough competitor. As are pretty much everyone else I faced so far. So always a pleasure.
Yeah, GG. I'm really disappointed in the first race. I don't know how close it was. Do you guys know? You were commentating.
It seemed until you couldn't find that one level, it was pretty close, kind of back and forth a little bit.
Yeah,
I would say chessjerk was behind until that moment, just because you went back and had to try and solve where the ladder could be, and it was at a level that you didn't find.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I guess my hope for the finals is that chessjerk wins, so that any GDQ submissions we have look better.
I'll do my best.
And that's it. Yeah. Would have been nice if I didn't do stupid things and then didn't have some bad luck in this race. Oh, I know what I did wrong in this race. That was probably my biggest mistake. I did not go back to the map room in 8 soon enough once I had the ladder.
And I remembered that because the second time I went in with the ladder, I took one screen right, and I thought, didn't I see a map on the left? And I went and grabbed the map, and I think that definitely helped.
I didn't see the map, but I should have gone back there and cleared it, because if that was the Triforce, that's all I needed. Or the map would have been helpful, of course, as well. So either way.
Yeah. I had red candle, so I burned the landmos in that room, and I saw the map. Like, yeah, that's about right. Thanks, game.
I believe you burned the map the first time you went in.
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah. It deserved it. It definitely deserved it.
Yeah,
it was a little singe when I picked it up later, but it was still good.
So
was a little rough.
We have a lack of boomerang pickups today.
That's a shame. You hate to see it. Sorry, Fury.
I'm never gonna pick up a boomerang if I have a sword, probably, unless it's like on the floor right next to me, and it would cost you time for some reason.
It would cost you time to go out of the way to not pick it up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't buy into memes of any sort, so if that's what's going on, I don't care.
I don't think it was a meme in this case. I think my comment during the race was more along the lines of, with Lionel's and Gria's, that might be plausible at this early point, but not so plausible later. But to each their own as to whether or not they want to pick them up.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I got the red ring fairly quickly. I guess like halfway through the seed, it was pretty easy to get. I thought.
That makes me sad because I never got it.
Level 3.
Level 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think they were saying that. Yeah, I kind of just missed the Triforce room and explored a whole bunch before I got. No, I'm thinking of 6. I don't know what 3 looked like.
Yeah, three was you took a transport and it was a segment, and the segment, as far as I know, you had to take the Triforce to get back out of the segment. I have no idea if it was a one-room segment.
Yeah,
I
it
just
was.
took the
It
Triforce
was.
thing.
It was. I got the map.
Yeah, okay. So I had I had no choice but to get the Triforce, and then I just left and never went back.
Yeah. Okay,
I
maybe
think I may have
the.
been out of keys. I don't know, because I think there were 2 key doors, and I may have only had 1 key and didn't want to spend the key.
I had no reason to not look for the item though, because I didn't have the ladder yet, so I was certainly going to look for it, and I think I already knew it was required.
Well, the ladder was right above, or the ladder block was right above the bait block, which required a triple dip.
Yeah.
For
Oh
chest
yeah. I didn't
think
have
you just
silvers
had more
yet?
keys.
I don't think I had silvers yet.
No, neither one of you had silvers. I think you just had more keys when you got to that point. Not by much, but I think chessjerk was literally down to 0 or 1, whereas you had like 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Or 3.
I don't think I had a key for the first 35 minutes of the seed.
Yeah, I bought a
13, I
key. I saw the key for A1, and then I found level 2, discovered it was blocked. Unless I would have had a ladder, I could have forced the door open, but I, of course, did not.
Right.
And then I was at like 79 rupees or something, so I just farmed up a few more rupees, bought the key, and then went into 2, and yeah, that was my first dungeon. So,
I was kicking myself because after I found 5 after 3 and 2, 5 was a 5-room dungeon for me after getting the item in the Triforce. And after I picked up the Triforce, I'm thinking, shouldn't you go back in and like get 1 key so you can get into 2 and see what's there? But I regretted that as I walked away. I think it wouldn't have mattered. I think 2 had at least 1 more key block after the first key, so you need more than 1 anyway.
oh, I guess 2 wasn't my first dungeon. 5 was my first dungeon. That's where I farmed bombs at the start, and then just found the item, found the Triforce, and got out of there. And then I found 2. And yeah, I wasn't gonna dig in 5 too much. I was kind of regretting digging in 5 while I was in there because I hadn't found the Armos item yet, but it was just the power bracelet, of course. So.
Yep. Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess GG's. I think we're about done here.
Yep.
Thanks for doing comms. I assume you guys did comms and tracking back to back. Thanks to the 3 of you. And
I think Algernon did comms in the first race.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
And CD Improv did the first game, and we had JLo doing tracking on the second race.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, ignore what I said.
But I've been here the whole time.
All right.
You couldn't get enough.
I know.
Yep. Well, GG's to both runners. Again, it was this one was a very close race. I think the first one had the potential to be a close one too. Both could have gone either way, just depending on different routes on either the overworld or through dungeons. But it's kind of the way random goes. Sometimes it giveth, sometimes it taketh.
Yep. Indeed.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Well, Churros, that was a good 2 games that you got to call. I was glad to call the second one with you, and thanks to JLo again for tracking the second one as well.
Yep. Some good races. We got more to come. Got the other semifinal match is fkoffa versus Trink Gamer. Winner of that game will be facing his chessjerk in the finals this weekend.
Yep, I'm hoping for some game 3s in both the second semifinal and the finals, because more games is more fun. But I guess for everybody out there, go ahead and tune in sometime Thursday and Friday, as I think those are when they plan on playing those. If it happens sooner, just keep an eye on the Discord, and we'll see you around.